Welcome my fabulous friends to another instalment of bullet journal wizardry. It's November. I'm Jules from Jules Mariner Books, and I produce videos on drawing, planning and publishing that come out every Friday. So while you are recovering from the week, you can chow down on an entire pack of donuts and I won't judge at all. Yes, it really is November, nearly, and time to start planning for your next month in your bullet journal. I had lashings of pumpkins in October, you can see the video up here, but sadly that is the last time I will be using my Lemome bullet journal because I've run out of space. I haven't even managed to do the whole year inside it, so I am starting a new one. However, as one bullet journal closes, another one opens, and this time I have bought an Ottergami journal. So sit back and enjoy the journey into Otterland. To be honest, I was completely won over by the colour and the die cut of an otter on the front of my new journal. The turquoise green colour matches my brand colour, so it would be rude, frankly, not to indulge in it. It does feel like a leather one, but it's actually vegan, so it's a win already. It's the same dot widths across the page, but the paper is a bit lighter and whiter than the Lemome one, which is more creamy. I prefer the white. The dots are paler too, which means that once you've used them, they fade into the background much better than the Lemome. Having said that, if you have any issues with your sight, then you probably need the Lemome one because you can see the dots better. My theme this month is the moon, so I have used my 8B Staedtler pencil to shade in the craters on the moon, and then I'm also going to use it on my dark sky. And making some stars, different shaped stars. One of them, that one to the right of the moon, it does look a little bit like a snowflake, doesn't it? But whatever. And then I'm just colouring in the sky too with my 8B. If you put it on a bit of an angle, you'll find it works a lot better than if you are using your pencil straight down, especially if it's a much softer pencil. And then just use your finger to smudge a little bit. There's my colour themes. I've got the grey, pale grey and two blues. This is my quote page, and I'm using a block letter here for some of it and then some calligraphy for other parts of it. And also this is going to have that splash of yellow in the banner. I'm not going to make it a flat yellow colour, I'm doing it quite scribbly so it's got a bit of texture to it, and then I'm going to leave it to dry really thoroughly before I move on to putting the word inside that banner. Again, more block lettering, and then above that I've got the word wishes, and I wanted to make that very sort of calligraphic and also a bit illustrative, so it's got lots of swirly bits on it. And because I've used that pale colour, I'm going to have to go back in at some point and give it another coat. And the same with this word here. So the quote is, "The full moon is when mysterious things happen and wishes come true." This is just to show a bit of sort of shadow. So pick a side, and I've decided to do to the right of the lines, and then go back in with that colour again and just give it a bit more blued, give it a bit more body and a bit more oomph. And there's the quote page finished. Now to my first weekly spread. I'm going to split my pages into quarters. So I've got one for each day of the week and then a notes section. And on each day I have checked where the moon phase is for that particular day. It's actually quite interesting to see how quickly the moon moves. And then just underline the different days. Now for a little bit of splash of silvery colour. I've got these 3 different washi tapes that I'm going to use. One of them, the one that I've got there, rips quite easily, so I had to be quite careful with that. But the ones with the silver foiling, sorry, it was that one, the long stripy one. It's very thin masking tape, that one, but the ones with the silver foiling are actually quite robust, so they were quite easy to use. I'm going to do a special washi tape video in a couple of weeks, so look out for that. I've gone a bit mad recently and bought loads of them, so I'm going to test them all out. And this one is my stats page. If you're interested in the sizing, this page is 27 dots wide, so I haven't been able to split the pages very evenly. I haven't got equal columns. So the columns on the weeklies are 13 and 14 dots wide respectively, and then the same with the vertical rows. The page is 39 dots top to bottom, so I've got a 20 row and 19 row. And inside this journal comes these little stencils and stickers, and they are really great because they've got all sorts of different things that you'd like to use to draw on them. So I used a pencil, and then I went over with my fine liner, because I think it just gives a nicer feel, it's more authentic. So I've started doing these coming up next month pages because I'm finding it really useful just to keep a track on what is happening in the next month, rather than keep having to flick back to my yearly overview all the time. And it's just a sort of diary of work events. And then this one, I might be a little bit premature in this, but I wanted to evaluate my year so far. So by then I'll have had 11 months worth of data, and I'm just going to be looking at the things that I want to keep hold of and the things that have worked really well this year versus the things that either need tweaking or changing completely. So evaluating is quite, and there is a particular time in the month when it's great to evaluate. So if you have a look at the moon phases, you'll find it. And then this is the gratitude page. If this kind of thing gets you all goose pimply and you love your bullet journal as much as I do, then consider subscribing and dinging the bell notification so that every time I upload one of my videos, you get to see it. Tell me in the comments, are you a moon lover or are you a sun worshipper? And what theme are you going to be using this month? Don't forget to subscribe and ding that bell. If you are interested in making your own children's picture book, then I might just have something for you. I have been writing and illustrating children's picture books for 20 years, and in the last decade I have published 10 books. If you have a burning desire to follow suit, then you might be interested in my course, which takes you from text on the page to actual proper book in your hands. So I'll leave the link below and you can check out the information there. I'm off to find the nearest moon to howl at, so I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Nanu nanu.